Please put your hands together for the very funny Kevin Fielding.
A little bit too tall for me here. How's everybody doing tonight? I was in a liquor store the other day and I saw a guy walking out with a 4-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade and a package of condoms. Had to stop him on the way out and ask him what time his date with Chris Hansen was. What do you guys think came first? Guys over the age of 15 wearing Abercrombie and Fitch shirts with the logo real big across their chest, or the word douchebag? One thing I've really never been able to understand is if you fall off a horse, you gotta pick yourself up and get back on. But I mean, how in the hell are you supposed to believe that if Superman can't do it? I caught one of George Bush's first interviews since he left the White House the other day, and the reporter was with him at the Crawford Ranch and asked Bush, what do you think the most challenging thing you faced in your time in the White House was? And Bush looked at him and said, well, you'd probably think it was when I rigged that 2000 election, but that wasn't it. It was tirelessly chasing down one man for 8 years, like a predator trying to catch his prey. The reporter came back with, well, do you ever think they'll come and find Osama bin Laden? And he came back and he's like, Osama who? I'm talking about that motherfucker Waldo, he's very loose. Hollywood's just gotten out of control lately. You got people who are either trying to hide everything they do from the public, or they just put it all out there for everybody to see. For instance, you got Ryan Seacrest, who's pushed himself so far back into the closet that if he fell over, he'd be in Narnia. And then you've got, on the other hand, Lindsay Lohan, who was a child star in the 90s, turned whore. And she's been ran through by so many guys, the pussy's gotten so loose that her career actually fell into it. And then Michael Jackson, the king of pop, did pass away, but if he had stayed alive to get charged with one more child molestation, the Vatican was going to ordain him a Catholic priest. Guys, let's face it, we don't actually like going out to bars like this. We just like going to places where there's a chance we might get laid that night. I mean, I don't like paying $7 for a drink, listening to the shittiest new music out. We hate to dance. And being surrounded by 50 other guys isn't really my idea of a good time. But girls, it's a completely different story. You all go over to Becky's house, do your hair and your makeup, spend 2 hours picking out the perfect outfit for the night. Or we're sitting over at Steve's trying to figure out how to get those clothes off you when we meet you, drinking as much as we possibly can to save all our money to buy you drinks at the bar. And what are we wearing? The one button-down shirt we think we look good in that reeks of alcohol because we haven't washed it the past 3 times we've gone out. And you know, usually when you get to the bar, you can find that one lucky girl you might be taking home that evening, but sometimes things are just out of your control, guys. Be sitting there, dancing with her, invest about 5 to 6 drinks into it, listen to how fucking awesome her sorority was in college. And then one of her friends is going to come running up to her, Stephanie, we gotta go. You're like, what the hell's going on? I'm kind of in the middle of something here. She's like, well, Michelle's throwing up. You look over the one fat bitch they brought with them, throwing up 12 different flavors of Jell-O shots by the bar. And you know at that point, she's going to go leave and take care of her friends, because that's what girls do. Guys, if your friend came up and said your buddy was over there hooked up around the bar stool like a toilet throwing up, you'd be like, oh, fuck him, he's a big guy, he can take care of himself. So you think you're about to dip your ranch in this girl's hidden valley, the rug gets pulled out from under you and you're about to go home empty-handed. So what are you going to do? Try to find something on TV. It's 3:30 in the morning, there's not shit on. So you're going to be sitting there after 3 Billy Mays infomercials, you're about to pass out, next thing you hear is that damn tropical music from the Girls Gone Wild commercial. And you're going to sit there and try to rub one out before that ends, guys. But right when you're sitting there, you're like, oh yeah, you do hate your dad, spring break's fucking awesome. The next thing you see is an uncensored pair of titties. But it's belonging to the bush woman from South America whose documentary you've been watching on the Discovery Channel for the past hour, swinging past her knees. That's when you realize your night's hit fucking rock bottom and your own TV just gave you blue balls. That's my time, guys. Next comic on the stage is Jacob Lewis.